Hi there, this is Peter from Nice Wheels, the folding bike experts. Today I'm very excited to show you the Tern Verge X30. This is basically the portable folding road bike with 30 gears and a super high, super low gear range, so you can really get going fast with this bike. We brought it out to Central Park here, where we think it might have a chance to shine. So, here we are, the great 3/4 loop, of course, and just took the Verge for a nice loop around the park. This is sort of the bike targeted for portable road biking, and that means, you know, maybe you take it on a plane and take it with you while you travel if you're a triathlete, stay trained for the season, or maybe much more simply, you just fold it up and put it in your trunk instead of putting a bike rack on your car. Definitely as a high performance, super high speed bike, I think that's what the Verge X30 is all about. So let's take a look at what makes the Tern frame so high performance. Following the contour of the paint job, there's dramatic shape changes all throughout the tubing through a process now used in a lot of high-end road bikes called hydroforming. And that's where a hydraulic fluid is actually pressed out into tubing to form it into a very specific shape. And that lends a lot of stiffness without adding a lot of weight. Now the next thing is this very smooth welded joint, and this is called smooth TIG welding. It's actually welded by hand, and the welder goes by once, and then it comes by twice, and then they actually sand it down by hand. And what it makes for is a much cleaner joint and a lot stronger. Now let's take a look at the OCL joint. These hinges made by Tern are a lot taller than the hinges you'll find on other folding bikes that are the fold in half type. The large joint has all kinds of interlocking surfaces in here. It's very three-dimensional, so that makes for a very solid connection. Everything is all tight together. So now I'd like to show you the components on the Verge 30. The first thing we'll take a look at is the Ultegra derailleur. So that's a 10-speed derailleur, makes for super crisp shifting. It's just feels great. So coming up here, you'll see a FSA Gossamer crankset with a Mega Exo bottom bracket. So this is like a hollow cylinder that goes right through, which makes for a much stiffer component. So it's not going to have as much flex when you're pedaling. It's very smooth. Coming up to the front, you can see our Tiagra shifters. These are STI levers, just like you'd find on a road bike. So you tap one way to go up and one way to go down. So while you're riding, it's very simple. And then you also have access to your brakes in the same area. The handlebars on the X30 are very much designed kind of like your triathlon time trial bikes, where you're very forward, and it gives you a real aerodynamic stance where you can get out of the wind, get down, and also have a nice extension forward from the saddle. You've got good padded bar tape by Biologic, and then this stem piece, it just is controlled by 2 bolts, so you can go down if you want a lower ride, you can go up if you want a more upright ride. So there you go, everything about this is kind of screaming road bike, I think, except for I guess the way it looks, but don't let that deceive you. So let me show you what really makes the Verge X30 a little bit more advantageous than a road bike in some ways, and that is in the folding. The first thing, drop the seat post, then open this main hinge, spin the wheels together, and then drop the handlebar down. That's it. To make it a little more compact, obviously you'd want to get this out of the way, so you can undo these 2 bolts. That's just the same Allen wrench, and then you twist the handlebars up, tighten it down again, and then you got it. You can store it easily like that. Unfolding it is pretty quick too. Just flip the bar up, bring the front wheel around, pop this hinge, raise the seat. So compare that to a bike rack. I think I'd rather do this. Alright, so thanks very much for watching our video on the Verge X30 by Tern. If you want a super portable, high speed, high performance folding bike, this is the way to go. See you back at the shop.